Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome back to Warship Gunner 2. Today we're picking up with the results of Mission 100, and this is a continuation of Episode 8. This picks up right where that left off, or was going to leave off. So, same theme, post-commentary, because this is not, I don't think this is something that I needed to go over in a full live commentary episode, so just some post-commentary for this. We got some more development done. Got all of our smokestacks finished, which is nice. We got some firing delay. We'll keep our shots closer together from our main cannons so they don't spread out as much. Auto reload makes them shoot faster, which is nice. Some defensive systems. Damage control. I think, if I remember right, I put the new steam turbines on the cruiser. And I went through all the wrong menus here, so I had to back up and try that again. There we go. Trying to use that auto upgrade feature. There's the new steam turbines. We're a little overweight. Actually, we're quite a bit overweight, so gonna have to do something about that. Let's lower the armor a little bit. It's less armor than I would like to have, but don't have much of a choice. So on the plus side, it's doing 40 knots now, which is pretty good. Get some R&D. I think at this point I am focusing just battleships. This is recorded several days after Episode 8's post-commentary was recorded, so I kind of forgot what I talked about and didn't talk about there. But I think at this point I'm still just trying to focus down on everything I need to build a battleship once I get it from Mission 130, the S rank in Mission 130. So it looks like that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just getting the bridges and stuff that I need, comparing bridges and whatnot. Look at some engines, make sure I actually have a battleship boiler. Looks like I do. Systems, always good to look in systems. Auto reload is my priority, but I need to be one more rank before I can get that. Steering, might as well take the next level of forward thruster. Trying to think of anything else I might want out of this, other than just going straight through the hulls as fast as possible. And we don't have enough money to get the next cruiser hull. So I think was I gonna save my money, or did I find something else to spend it on? It looks like I found something else to spend it on. Oh yeah, more high-angle guns, or better high-angle guns. And new machine guns. Cannons, nothing really to get there. And that's it. I'm going to save the rest of my money for researching new hulls, so I can work my way down to Battleship 1. And now we're going to skip over Mission 110 and just go straight to the rewards. There we go. Perfect. That's rank. That's the mission that is kind of on a timer, so that's why I didn't get all of the objectives or everything destroyed, because it's all on timer. And I didn't have enough time to go and kill everything. So, namely the battleship. The battleship at the end was the last thing I had to kill, which also happens to be a side objective. But I got an S rank anyways. Now let's go back and check out our development. We got our battleship bridges forward and aft. New steam turbines again. So, I don't think I ever actually equipped the new steam turbines, but our ship is already like right at the max capacity, so to put new ones on I'd have to shed more armor, so it's not really a big deal that I didn't. Double checking for anything else other than hulls that I want. New systems, engines, whatever. And running through the hulls again, we have Cruiser 5, or no, that's 4, I'm sorry. That's Cruiser 5. We can't quite get it, and we can't quite get the first carrier. And we need another 50,000 funds before we can get Battleship 1. So we're going to save our money, keep trying to get more hulls. And it looks like I did not go back and put the new steam turbines on the cruiser. But like I said, I don't have the weight capacity to do it anyways, so no real loss there. Rewards for mission 120. It's a really quick, straightforward mission. Well, not that quick, but it's not really difficult. It's just go around and kill some cruisers is the main objective, and then there's like the rest of it is just a bunch of destroyers and one lone battleship that shows up. So not too difficult of a mission. And the map isn't huge, so it doesn't take forever to get around to all the different groups that spawn. Some development complete again. Forward thruster 2, it basically just is better than forward thruster 1. Just makes you go faster, which is always nice. More money, let's go hulls, and just keep trying to get down to Battleship 1 as quickly as possible. There we go. Cruiser 5 or Carrier 1. Let's take Carrier 1 and Cruiser 5 because we have enough money to do both. Now the last two things we need are Cruiser 6 and Battleship 1, and then we can start getting 28cm guns, which should be, you know, we should be getting Battleship 1 very shortly after we get our actual battleship hull. So very soon after we have our battleship hull, we'll be putting battleship-sized guns on it, the 28cm or bigger. Now we're going to do mission 130, and this is the one that gives us a battleship, so pay close attention to the S rank reward. Mission accomplished. S rank reward, well, it'll come up in a second here. And there it is, Japan Battleship 1. That's what we've been doing all of this for, really, in the long run. And the reason we did the other missions was just to get more funds. But really, this was the mission that I cared the most about. So there we go. See what other development we got completed. Some high-angle guns of higher calibers. A bunch of machine guns. Alrighty. And now we're going to go into R&D. Spend more money on more hulls. Probably just Cruiser 6. I don't think we're going to have enough for Battleship 1, but we definitely can get Cruiser 6. There we go. And Battleship 1 costs 19,000 all by itself. So we're going to save our money again, because that'll be the next thing we get, and then right after that we're going to try and go for the 28cm. So let's design a battleship. Shall we? Oh, yeah, I'm going to lower the difficulty right here before I forget to do it later, because that is something I would absolutely do. Now let's design a battleship. This is, I mean, without excessive grinding, this is the earliest way to get a battleship. If you were just playing the game through on normal difficulty, just because, you know, why not? You would have gotten this thing, or you could have gotten this thing on your first playthrough of that mission just by getting an S rank. So this is really the easiest way to get a battleship early game. And the design that I'm going to go for here is going to make some naval architects around the world cry, because I'm pretty sure it's not physically possible, but hey, it's really effective. So, and it looks really silly as well. It doesn't even look that cool. Well, it does in the blueprint screen, but the actual ship doesn't actually look very cool at all. It looks pretty stupid, but it's incredibly effective. I could never put anywhere close to this many guns on a cruiser. And we're not done yet, because you know I always put guns in the back of the ship as well. So for battleships, I like to minimum 8 boilers. Any less than that, you're going to be crawling. I like to start with 10 or 12, depending on how much space I think I'm going to have. So, but yeah, definitely like a minimum of 8 boilers. Get the smokestack, work my way from the front to the back. so that by the time I want to place my back guns, I already know how much room I have left to work with. Then I'm not, you know, having to move things around, like having to make more room or less room or anything like that. Just get it all right the first time, and it just makes everything so much easier. So here we've got the back guns going up, and those don't quite fit there, so they're going to have to go down there, and now I can scoot those forward a little bit, like so. And then I can put another row down there. Now I'm going to leave the middle open, because we're going to put some stuff down the middle on the back, and also because you don't need as many guns in the back, generally. So I'm going to leave the back center open, because we're going to be putting some other things in there, some other weapons. I want to get the armor now so that I don't have to mess with that later. I just already, you know, I'm going to know how much armor I have left to work with. Let's get the machine guns in weapon slot 7, which is the default auto-fire slot. There we go. And again, over on that end, like that. Then we're going to put the high angles in weapon slot 6, and eventually we'll add the auto countermeasures. We'll put that on there, and then both weapon slot 6 and 7 will be auto-fire capable without me having to hold L2, which is engagement mode. Just makes intercepting missiles and torpedoes much easier because I don't have to take my attention off of whatever I'm doing, which is probably shooting at other ships just to intercept them. Unlike in the first game where you had to drop everything and hold that button, otherwise you wouldn't be shooting at the torpedoes and missiles. And these weren't, like, they didn't end up lining up the way I wanted them to, so I slid the forwardmost high angle pair and machine gun pair back one slot each, because I'm a weird perfectionist like that when it comes to that kind of thing. I wanted to put these sub-rockets on the side, but they weren't quite going to fit, so I just decided to put them there. That'll change later. I'll find a better place for them in a little while. We want the signal flares. Not like a necessity, but they're just useful. Especially if you're lazy like I am and you don't feel like turning around and going and getting survivors. Especially since in this game they're only good for points, which is, you know, it's useful, especially early game. But it's not like, you know, a life or death situation I have to get every single survivor. Not like the first game where you needed them for your mission ranking. So let's get some searchlights on here. I think I mentioned it before, but searchlights supposedly make it easier to see at night. Supposedly? I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what they're supposed to do. So I put them on anyways. And I mean, even if they don't do anything, they look pretty good. So, you know, why not? So we want auto reload. We want auto countermeasures. And I'm going to actually replace that with just auto countermeasures 1 because I don't need 3 auto fire slots. I only need the 2. You'll notice, by the way, this battleship only has 6 system slots. Generally in this game, like bigger ships have less weapon slots. So battleships and battle carriers have less weapon slots than destroyers and cruisers. Or not weapon slots, system slots, I'm sorry. They all have the same amount of weapon slots. They all have 7, and no more, or no less. So I have to be a little more picky about what systems I put on here, but I don't have enough systems yet to where it's like a really hard decision. So we're going to stick a scout plane on here to help me with some anti-sub warfare. The SC-1 Seahawk is faster, has more health, and can do night missions, so that's the one we're going to use. I'm going through and checking everything else is good. Yep, looks like everything's okay. You can see weapon slot 6 is now blue, just like weapon slot 7, so that means they are both auto-fire. And I decided to change some stuff up for the back of the ship here. I really wanted some anti-sub rockets to be facing forward, and I wanted everything to be like centerline and symmetrical like that. So here in a minute, I'm actually going to turn that first anti-sub rocket around. And but before that, I decided that you know, we have a lot of weight capacity left, so I'm actually going to add more boilers. I want to find the biggest smokestack that I possibly can. And I thought, oh, okay, that's 16. That's not bad, but I think I saw a bigger one. Didn't I see a bigger one? 14, 16, 14. No, that looks kind of stupid. Let's not use that one. Whoa, what was that? Oh, that's 18? And it doesn't even look that stupid. Yeah, let's go with that. So we're going to put that there, just for now. We're going to move the bridge back. There we go. And now we can add 6 more boilers, but I'm a dangus and I forgot how to count, so I only ended up adding 4 more. That will be rectified in, I think, the next episode. Next episode or the one after that. Soon. I miscounted, and I only added 4 boilers instead of adding the 6 that I could have added. So, you know, yeah. It'll be taken care of, though, so don't freak out too bad. For those of you who are like, no, you forgot. I forgot at that moment, but I remembered later. So I was about to leave, and then I was like, you know what? I want to have some forward-facing anti-sub rockets, because having only rear-facing anti-sub rockets can be a little annoying. And I was going to move them, and I decided I liked the spacing, so I was like, yep, just leave them there. And I just wanted to move the crosshair out of the way so I could have a quick look at the ship and admire it a little bit. And there it is. It is absolutely ridiculous in every way. See, it looks cool in the ship designer, like the blueprint screen, and then you see it here and it's like, oh god, what abomination is that? But that's a lot of firepower. That's so much more than I would ever be able to put on a regular cruiser. So, yep, worth it. I have forward and rear facing anti-sub rockets. I have aircraft on board. I have